going to answer a few questions, and he wanted to know what the questions were. And I said, I don't do that. I like to improvise and just kind of feel it out. But to his credit, he had a lot of things on his mind, and there's a lot of things to share. So he gave me 3 pages of typed notes. And he said, just ask me some of those questions. And then a couple days later, he revised that again. You did this, didn't you? Yes, you did. I'm going to ask you, my first question has to do with, by the way, for the audience, what I'm trying to do for you, as a gift to you, is to enter the childhood of our soloists. So, you were born where?
A little town called Cahir, County Tipperary, which is about 100 miles south of Dublin.
100 miles south of Dublin. How do you spell the city? C-A-H-I-R. Sounds, and most Americans who come through think it's Cahir. It's pronounced Cahir, C-A-R-E, is what it sounds like. Okay. And so you were born there?
I was.
And how long did you live there?
Until I finished college when I was about 22.
And then from there, did you come here or elsewhere?
I did. I came to Los Angeles, right after college.
Okay. As a child, as a boy, how do you remember Christmases? I'm thinking specifically, in this case, about food and meals. What was characteristic?
So Christmas dinner isn't that different to here. I mean, turkey and ham are kind of the main diet, the main meal. But you had some odd stuff like Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts.
We have Brussels sprouts, and most of us don't like them.
Carrots and parsnips. You guys have
parsnips? Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of an oddity. We would have cantaloupe, different fruits. Cantaloupe was sort of for some reason, Christmas dinner featured. And then an odd appetizer called vol au vent. It's kind of a pastry with a kind of cup pastry with a mushroom and chicken mix, I guess, inside. Again, Christmas Day special.
Christmas Day special. I'm going to have you stand maybe a little closer to your microphone. And the tree, do you have a Christmas tree?
We did indeed, yeah. We had a Christmas tree, very similar to here.
Very similar to here. Mm-hmm. And when did it go up?
Same time, a couple of weeks before. Not November, definitely December.
November. That's Americana, right? Yeah. What about gifts? Did you share gifts?
We did share gifts, yeah.
And Santa came?
Santa came. And you're driving me towards this story about. Santa, of course, came, but he didn't wrap gifts in our house, and he left gifts at the end of the bed, and not under the tree, which is a little bit different.
So so Santa does come like on Christmas Eve in the middle while you're sleeping.
Correct. Yep.
And the presents are not wrapped.
That's right. In our house.
In your house,
and the same as every other house. But
okay, and they were not under the tree. They were by the bed.
Foot of the bed. Correct.
And so when you woke up in the morning,
your gifts were at the end of the bed.
All right. Very cool.
Do you really want me to tell that story?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I want to save your family from the story. And
you can ask me later separately.
Yeah, he has a great story about gifts at the bed. I'm curious, do you carry that tradition on with your children? Does Santa still in United States do the Irish tradition of not wrapping the gifts?
No, Santa wraps the gifts now in Moloney.
Oh, Santa wraps the gifts here. Okay. Yeah. All right. What about some local traditions? I understand you were telling a story about a young lady that was paraded throughout the village.
Oh, so yes, a friend of mine is here tonight in Keene. Told we're in the area where his family is from the west of Ireland, in Mayo. They had a tradition. It was good luck for the house if the first person to pass through the front door on New Year's Day was a redhead. So his niece was dragged from house to house on New Year's Day. But I have to say, I did talk to John Gleason at the Celtic Studies Department at UWM, and he said when he was growing up in Dublin, it was actually not a redhead, but a blackhead. So, and if you couldn't find a blackhead, I guess a piece of coal would do.
Okay, a little different tradition.
Yeah.
And something that was very Irish, you were telling me about something called the Wran Boys, W-R-A-N.
Yeah, so the Ramboys is a tradition on the day after Christmas. St. Stephen's Day is what we call it, 26th of December. And I guess it goes back to, well, first of all, the Ramboys is a group of kids will get together and dress up in raggedy clothes and put coal on their face, and some of them will play musical instruments, and you knock on door to door, you go from neighbor to neighbor. Similar, I guess, to trick-or-treating. And then there's a little bit of a verse, so you knock on the door, and when they open the door, you say, the wren, the king of old verse, St. Stephen's Day was cutting the furs, up in the kettle and down with the pan, give us a penny to something the pan. And essentially it was put money in the pot that you had. And yeah, that was a way of collecting money, I guess. But I mean, in some parts of the country, they take it very serious. They actually rehearse for weeks on end. They've actually really good musicians. They're actually invited into the house for alcoholic beverages and food, and it's yeah. In some places it's very, very big. Yeah. So yeah, the Wren Boys is kind of well known around the country.
And speaking of alcohol, what about the pubs?
Yeah, there's only 2 days in Ireland that pubs are closed. Christmas Day is one, and Good Friday is the other.
They're closed on Christmas Day and Good Friday. And you were going to say just a few words about the Gaelic language. Approximately how popular is the language? And some examples of the language?
Yeah, so the Gaelic language is spoken as a native language, but in about 2% of the population, about 80,000 people are native speakers in different pockets of communities, mainly in the west of Ireland. But it's getting more and more popular. I mean, and the whole population is kind of forced to learn the language up to the age of 18, especially if you want a job in the civil service. So it's not like, so everybody has grammar and words and whatnot. And so more and more TV is presented in Gaelic, for example, in Gaelic games, which is very easy to watch and whatnot. But as I was doing some more research and stuff, I was talking to some native Irish speakers, and they were kind of pointing out how evocative and poetic the language is. And one of the best ones is, there's a couple of different names of animals even, and the literal translation of a jellyfish is a seal, like the animal, the seal's snot. So if you think of a snot sneezing, what you get is a jellyfish. Another one is, there's two other funny ones. A wolf is Machantera, which means the son of the earth. Ladybug, we call ladybugs ladybirds, but ladybugs are Bohin Dias, which is God's little cow.
God's little cow. Ladybug.
Yep.
Okay.
Because of the little spots. So similar to, if you think of a cow with spots, it's a mini version of a cow.
All you wanted to know and more.
There you go.
Anything else you'd like to share about Christmas before we play our next carol?
No, that's
you
about
good?
it.
All right.
I'll be out afterwards if you want.
Could you tell us just a little about this next carol? Could you say it in English and then in Gaelic, and then explain a little of what the song is about, please?
I wish I'd prepared for this one. So it's the name of the song is, and this is actually a song that I had not heard of up to a month ago, but I reached out to a couple of friends, and the name of the song is The Night in Bethlehem, and it's actually a Gaelic song originating in Ireland, and I don't know what much more in English than that.